Hello, my name is Dan. I'm going to be doing some different projects, and instead of starting from scratch for each one, I'm going to build a framework and show you what I do for my framework. So as you see, I got Visual Studios open, and you create a new project, empty project. We'll just call it framework. Everything else can stay the same. Right here, you got the solution, you got the project. On the project, go to Manage NuGet Packages. Under Browse, look for Allegro. It's usually the first one. Install it. Take a little bit, then close, and we're done. I'm going to add a new file, call it main, and I want to add it, put it in its own source directory. And here's our main. Let's see if I can try to remember. Let's see, F-stream. Okay, so I got a standard S stream called file out and a standard stream buff called stream buff. Why is this thing red? Yeah, anyway, so our file out, open, let's call this output dot text out. So if file out is open, let's copy this down here to close. It still doesn't like, what's going on? Is there something else already called stream buffer? I call it stream buffer without you complaining? Oh wait, that's right. I know. I meant to do a pointer. Okay, so our stream buff is going to be equal to standard couts read buff. Come on. Doesn't like this. Oh wait. Our buff. I always forget. And then we're going to set standard couts read buff to our file out read buff. And then at the very end, we're going to set this back to the original that we captured. And we can set this to null, but it doesn't matter. So what this does is we're going to open a file called output.txt. If it's open, we're going to capture it, and we're going to set standard cout. So when we actually do standard cout, it'll actually output to the file, not the console. This little shortcut. And for now, we're going to leave main the way it is. We're going to add a... Oh, and now that I have a C++ file open, we can go right-click the properties, go to C/C++. Up at the top says add additional directories. We're going to include. Make sure it's set to all configs. Hit apply. And if manage NuGet installed Allegro correctly, you'll have this one open. And this will be where you set or unset if you want to tell the compiler to include these libraries or not when you compile it. For now, since it's just a framework, we're going to leave it. We'll get to it later. Right-click the project. We're going to add 2 new files. We're going to add, well, let's do this one first. We'll just call it app. Make sure it goes to the source directory. Then we're going to add another one, the header. And this is where we're going to use our include directory. All right, so if we didn't go into and set that add include directories in the properties, this would have given us an error because it couldn't find it. It wouldn't look inside the include directory to find this guy. We'll add it here too. Back in here, you can use Pragma once. That is one way to do some, let's call that header protection. Or you can do what most people do. Standard if and def, and then just set a variable. And I'll pick something. Doesn't matter as long as it's not something that's going to be used anywhere else. And I don't think app H won't be included anywhere else, but I still do it anyways. Okay. Also, if the NuGet worked right, if you included this, it would have given you an error if it didn't work right. Let's see. I never do anything with the arguments, but you could send these arguments over to your app if you need it. Do I want to or not? I never use them, so I don't know. I'll do it just in case. So vector string. Of course, then we're going to need those here. So anyways, we're going to make a class and call it app. I like to match my file names to the class that's going in it. You don't have to. Let's see, public, private. We're going to make our constructor private, our destructor private. Up in the public, we're going to add a static function. I swear, this keyboard. And we're going to do some basic files. First one is going to be init. We have a draw. We have actually, let's make this one return an int. Input draw. Oh yeah, with init, let's do shutdown. We're going to need display and event queue timer, and that's good for now. I'll add more as we go. So let's see, copy paste all this over here. And for our int, something like this. Get rid of the return. In the order that they're declared, display queue timer, come up here. And define them. Make sure they're in the same order. Otherwise, it's if you only create it once, one app, it doesn't matter. I like to have my personal ones underneath all the others, so it's just me. Over here, I'm going to do RV equals app run and arglist. That's it for main. We won't use main anymore. Up and run. We're going to create an app. We're going to say if app init equals 0. Let's add another couple variables. Kill and dirty. And we'll add One more. Don't forget to initialize. Kill is false, and once it's set to true, we're going to have it so the app ends. And for here, dirty is true. I'll talk about dirty later. Let's see. I'll do that in a bit. Let's do the init. Couple things. Let me grab some. Where did I put it? Hang on. Thought it was here. Okay. I had to find it. It was like, I don't know where, what. See, so you don't have to do this, but it kind of helps later on. So, in Visual Studios, if you do this, the slash with a double star and then a star slash, put your description here. You put at param and say, okay, what parameters? And then what it returns. And then if you hover over the actual app name, it shows all that. Just in Visual Studios. The open main. Should do it here too. Let's should do it. That's weird. Anyways, only if you want to do. Only if you're in Visual Studios as well. Alright. Okay, so first, we're going to initialize Allegro. Yeah. Count. Why are you complaining? Standard member has no C out. Oh. Well, doesn't need it in the header. IO? What was the C out under? Do IO stream? There we go. Where were we? So, Wrong thing. Wrong thing. I think I've done this once or twice and it still messes up. Still forget. Okay, so we're going to initialize our library. And if it passes, it will say pass. Alright, so this part is pretty standard. So, I mean, it's kind of overkill. It is. Now we're going to install keyboard. I mean, how often is it going to fail? How? The question is, mouse. Let's see. I'm going to do one thing. Go properties, Allegro, add-ons. Set the image add-ons yes. Most likely I'm going to be loading images, maybe. I can always change it later. And in our app, I guess not really here. Image. Make sure you include the header. Come down here. Image add-on. This one, come on. This one is knit image add-on. Okay. We're also going to go to framework, open the, go to the file explorer. Oh, I got it in another window. Hang on. Here's our two folders included in the source. It's either in there, the files. Oh, if you ever look at it, this is your solution directory. This is your project directory. In our project directory, we're going to add another folder and call this data. And inside there, images. And we're going to paste a little generic icon. All right. Next, we're going to come see. Come over back to app. Let's add some constants. Yeah, we could make them, I don't know, like the naming. Speed, timing, I don't know. We'll just leave that for a bit. So come over here. All right, and here's we're gonna do something. We're gonna seriously. We're gonna load a bitmap, and it was going to be in our data / images icon. Set display icon. Icono. And then destroy the icon. We're also going to come over here. This is my name. That can be changed later. I'll set new window. Oh, I'll set window title. I always forget. All right. Next, we're going to do all this part. See, All right, so that all passed. Hang on, let me get a drink. That all passed, and the queue is created. We're gonna register. Register event source, our queue. I'll get display event source from our display. We're going to get a timer event source from our timer. And the last couple, we're going to get a keyboard and a mouse. And assuming everything went correctly, we're going to start our timer. And return 0. That's all the init for now. Every game or whatever project I do after this, it'll be modified. And our shutdown. Shutdown is going to do, first we're going to test to see if the timer and we're going to destroy. I really don't like this keyboard. Okay. Should we bother adding? Yeah, I guess we could. Complete. All right, make sure we stop the timer so it stops sending events to the event queue. Then if the queue and lastly the display. And if we build it, are there any errors? Well, we got some errors. What did I do? Center seat out. Oh. Oh yeah. One more. All right, run it. It should pop up real quick. I'll see. It popped up a console and then it ran for a second. Go here to framework properties. Under linker, click open the linker and go to system. Change this to Windows. Then when you run it, it'll just pop open the. And since we ran it once, our log was created. So let's add a new filter, and we'll call it log files. And properties, or no properties. I forgot how to set the filter. Anyways, add existing item, output, and we'll throw in our log files. So initializing begin. We pass, complete, and then destroy, complete. Hey. That is that part done. You can clean up again, add your comments. Right now it doesn't do anything. We need to add some, we need to capture some events. So in our loop, while not kill, we're going to do a loop. we're going to do if this input is less than 0, then return 0. Actually, let's return -1. Let's add one more. I always put logic, come on. I always put the M. Could do it here too. The logic. And then if dirty, this, I guess I could do this, it doesn't matter. Draw. So we're going to run our input. Our input is going to be doing different things. While it's also going to update any counters. Let's do the input first, and this will make more sense. So, for our inputs, we're going to have to check. We go while event queue is empty. We're going to process all our events. So val get next event. This does return bool, but I never bothered to check this one. I don't know if I should or not. So, sorry. We'll do a switch statement. Event type. First one, if I can remember off the top of my head. Timer. That means our event timer, sorry. That means our timer went off. We need to increment our counter timer. This goes off every 60 times a second. It means our logic needs to run 60 times a second. We can always adjust that too. We don't want to run that often. Let's see. Display close. That's if we press the close button. So here's it increments 60 times a second, and that's where this comes in. It says while this is greater than 0, do our logic. Now I changed my mind. Let's put this here just to make it simpler. I did that here, so I'll add more events. Let's go up to display. There's one thing I forgot. As soon as I can find it. Lastly, we'll get to logic in a second. Right now, it's not going to do anything. I probably just leave this for the framework. I'm going to leave it blank. In our draw system, draw function, just for this example or framework, let's clear it. Clear color. And flip it. So if we run it, it should sit there until we press the close button. It did not do the icon, which means it did not load it properly. Oh, you know why? No, it should have. It was ICO. Framework, data, images, icon, ICO. Anyways, we got the title right. I don't know why it won't do this one. Anyways, it got the color sitting there. Framework. I don't know why it didn't load. Oh, you know why? Because it's not. It can't load icons. I meant to do a ping. Alright, that's my fault. I meant to copy over a ping file. Ping. Oops. Icon. Okay, I think that's good for a framework. And I'll see you when I start doing projects with it. Have a good one.